Hi, I'm Steph. I'm an artist, designer and the founder of Stuff Studio.
My friend, one day, she was telling me a story about a nude that she'd sent to this guy, and they'd been seeing each other for a little while, and he just like completely ghosted her, which is wild. Like, you would be mortified, and she was mortified. So she showed me it, and I was like, you look insane. Like, this guy's out of his mind to have ghosted you. So I ended up painting her, and the whole point of it was to turn something that was like negative to her into something beautiful and positive. And then I ended up putting it on Instagram, and I had a whole bunch of other women reach out saying a similar thing had happened to them, or they'd had their nude put online, or just really negative experiences. So then they would send their nude, and then I basically would flip it and turn it into art. I think there's a time and a place for traditional boundaries. Not everything needs to fit in. Just because, say, you know, an ice cream brand looks all the same and they look like an ice cream brand doesn't mean that your product then has to look exactly the same as that. You want to stand out on the shelf, you want to look different, you know, you want to be innovative. I think Skims is a really good example of disrupting the narrative. They took a product that was hidden underneath clothing, and she made it cool. Like, she made it cool to wear underwear like on the outside. And then another brand I think that's really disruptive at the moment is Jacquemus. Some of the things that they're doing on social is very different to what we're seeing a lot of brands doing, and they're really quite like, they're leaning into AI and kind of working in that tech space. I wouldn't recommend it as something to necessarily crack into the industry, but I think once you're in the industry, it's something really beneficial to have. For example, if you don't have any design work, you can pick up illustration work. If you don't have any illustration work, you can pick up, say, animation. In terms of being able to kind of be a bit of a jack of all trades, you can learn so much online now that there's no reason not to be able to offer that to clients. I think a thick skin is really important. You need to be able to take on feedback and not get disheartened by it. Also, feedback's a gold mine, so like, that's going to help you level up. Maybe show up a little bit more, so sort of shout about myself a bit more, promote myself more. I was in survival mode, so I was just trying to like get to the next client, but I think, you know, promoting yourself on your Instagram, telling people what your story is, I think people get more involved and they want to work with you. We're all born creative, it gets taught out of you. So you kind of have to like almost train it a little bit. Like, you have to make it habitual. Like, I don't wake up every day wanting to paint or make something. So I started doing a course called The Artist's Way, which is a book. It's been around for ages. You have to do your morning pages. So you have to write 3 pages every morning. And it's kind of like a stream of consciousness or subconsciousness, I guess. I hydrate, take, you know, all of my various things that I need to take. So the first 3 things are all self-care based. If I filled my cup up, and then I'm ready to get creative, I guess. Audacity is actually more important, arguably, than talent. So just getting yourself out there, networking, meeting as many people as you possibly can, because you'll learn the skill will come, but it's kind of like who you know and not necessarily what you know when you begin, I think.